to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me. I called ART.
Traffic. The major roads are looking good, but be aware of construction on Southeast Boulevard in both directions near 31st Street. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic. Weather.
Good morning. Continued mostly cloudy and unseasonably cool today. High 78, east wind 5 to 15, and there will be some passing showers and storms throughout the day. Mostly cloudy this evening. Showers and storms are likely late tonight. Some could be severe with heavy rain. Overnight low 68. Morning storms on Wednesday, then partly cloudy and lower 80s. Lower 80s on Thursday with, you guessed it, more showers and storms. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Wichita, your mornings just got better.
Jacob Albrock.
TJ Cleveland, Sports
Daily. 25 years of the most listened to local sports talk in the city.
Weekday mornings, 7 until 11, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Don't miss a minute.
Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, an Odyssey sports station.
Hey, Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
I thank God every day that he let me live in the same era as Lionel Messi. Watching the greatest soccer player of all time still performing at a high level is amazing. Monday's a perfect example. 2 goals for Messi in Argentina's win over Austria, becoming the leader all time in World Cup goals. Messi plays this game at a different speed than everybody else. It's amazing of that day.
This is Stories from the Pitch, brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
Argentina arrived in Qatar on a 36-match unbeaten run. Lionel Messi, in what everyone assumed was his last World Cup, was the heavy favorite. Their opener, Saudi Arabia, ranked 51st in the world. Messi scored from the spot. Argentina had 3 more goals chalked off for offside. Halftime, Argentina up 1-0. Then, within 5 minutes of the second half, Saleh Al-Shari equalized. Salam Al-Dasari curled in a second from 20 yards. One of the goals of the tournament. Saudi Arabia held on 2-1, the biggest upset since Senegal-France in 2002. The Saudi king declared a national holiday. Argentina suddenly in crisis. Messi suddenly looking 40 years old. Then they won every match that mattered.
Stay tuned to this Odyssey station for more Stories from the Pitch.
The Odyssey app.
Listen absolutely anywhere. All this freedom, freedom! And it's all free.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Hey, what time is it, kids?
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
How you doing?
I am so totally turned on right now I could spit.
I hear ya.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome in. It's Sports Daily. It's Jacob Albrock and TJ Cleveland. It's Max Power producing for you, taking your calls, 869-1240 on a Tuesday morning, taking your emails at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We are monitoring your video comments if you're watching us on any of our video streams. Of course, on 12 News Connected each and every day. Also on Facebook, on YouTube, on X. You can comment there. If you're listening to us on the Odyssey app, you can get in touch with us by leaving us a little voice message. Pretty cool there as well. Jacob Albrock here, TJ Cleveland there. Glad to be with you. We've got a lot to get to today. More World Cup history yesterday that we will dig into a little bit as we await the Americans playing their final group match later this week. We get the Royals. Well, we get them winning another game against one of baseball's best teams. And we get some Bobby Witt Jr. maybe clarity. We'll dig into that as well as the night that we find out if Darryn Peterson is in fact going to be the number 1 overall pick. There's a lot of different opinions out there. You go search different mocks and you'll find a few different Thoughts on whether Peterson should or could go number 1 overall? It's all what's on tap, what we have for you today, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Chico Beerha, Wichita's soccer lager with a lean and refreshing body. Chico Beerha is a lager tailored for a soccer summer. Kick it with Chico Beerha this cup season at Wichita Brewing Company. TJ, good morning. How are you?
Hello, Jacob. I'm surprised that you did not get traded to my to Milwaukee. Headline:
a couple NBA trades last night, huh?
I didn't know if I was going to catch you off guard with that one. That was a late one too.
We had Giannis move. We had was it Julius Randle move? Now I haven't dug into the trade, but there are, it's a big pick. It's a big trade. What was it, like 4 picks? Tyler Hero is in there. I know he's a really good player.
Yep.
Okay, Giannis on the move the night before the draft.
It's crazy.
In a strong draft. It's pretty crazy. The Heat now going to take Giannis. Now, does Giannis have does he have his big contract, or do they still have to do that part?
I think he already has one, I believe, but I don't know. He may be due for another one, I guess. I'm not sure. But
this is just good for Milwaukee, isn't it?
I mean, I think that it was one where, is it going to be, I don't know. This is something I kind of wanted to talk about today, is that it's not quite, it's a trade that if you're the Heat, you have to do because it's Giannis. But coming from a guy that's a Phoenix Suns fan, did the Phoenix Suns really have to tear apart everything to go get Kevin Durant? I think history or, hindsight tells you probably not. I don't think that may have been a good trade in the long run for the Phoenix Suns. So we'll see what it does for Miami. If Miami's been in a spot, I think Shreyas put it out last night, actually, is that Miami has been the team that's been rumored to get every superstar ever. Right. And they haven't had one since LeBron played there. So good for them for finally getting one.
Yeah, Giannis is still a really good player, right? He's getting a little older. You got to be able to build around him. I get it for Miami. Like, I totally get it for Miami. The Bucks, well, now you got to do what Oklahoma City did, right? You got to draft really well for 3 or 4 years, accumulate a ton of talent, hope that one of them ends up being a superstar, and follow that path. I mean, that is the small market NBA path, right? It's the correct one. The Spurs have done it. The Thunder have done it. You just, and they both ended up with star players because they draft, Spurs with Wemby was the number 1 overall pick, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you got to do that if you're the Bucks. I think it makes sense both ways. I think it makes sense. It's a huge trade though. And I don't want to sit here and, because I'm an NBA novice these days, and say it doesn't change the landscape of the NBA because we see different champions every year, but maybe it does. I mean, I get it. If you're Miami, there's a different champion every year. If you're Miami,
I think that this is the best time to do. I think if you, like we talked about last week or whenever that was, is that if you looked at this a decade ago, no, it wouldn't change the landscape at all because he doesn't play for the Warriors or the Cavs. If he would have got traded to one of them, it would have. But there's a real chance that if you can get something going, it's so, volatile. Is that the right word? That
there's not a long history of this kind of trade being a good one in the NBA.
I know.
But
you have to make it anyways.
Yeah, if you're the Heat, because you weren't doing anything. So I get it. And it gives you a star player, and, people are going to be excited to see Giannis and all of those things. I hate that the breakup needed to happen. It feels like it needed to. I mean, again, I don't follow it, day to day like I used to, but it feels like Giannis needed to be traded a while ago. He wasn't particularly happy. I hate that it happens to small market teams, but it's not even necessarily, I guess it happens to small market teams. It happened with the Thunder. But they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They weren't winning anything with Giannis right now. I mean, it wasn't going to happen.
They've tapped it out.
What difference does it make?
Yeah.
Somebody
brought up
championship.
Yep.
It's successful time there
against the Suns. Somebody brought up the point. What about Giannis's brother that's on the roster? What happens to him?
Oh, you can't make moves that way. Does he play? He doesn't, does he?
Nope.
Then whatever.
Is he gone?
If he is, he can go to Miami. I mean, I don't know.
As I say, does he stay there and the fans boo him whenever he goes in the games?
No, I wonder how
Are
Milwaukee
fans gonna?
fans.
I was gonna say, are fans gonna boo Giannis? I think they will.
I wouldn't think so. He helped them win a championship.
Yeah, and then he asked to get taken out of the city.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thunder fans booed Kevin Durant.
I think you probably but he never won a championship.
It's true.
I think you could maybe see it in the short term, but certainly not in the long term. I don't know. Like you look back at those things as a franchise, as an organization, were you really clinging to Giannis that much? Like, they weren't going to win. What were they going to do to win and tie?
Oh, I agree. I agree. The Bucks should have traded him. Like, I think it's one of the weird trades where you look at it and you look at the haul that they get back, and it's like, I get it. There's a lot of picks in there, but is that worth it for Giannis Antetokounmpo? But really, what kind of trade package can you make that will be? There's not many trade packages that you can put together. It's a rarity. And then at that point, you're begging people to give you that. It's not going to happen. So basically, if you're trading Giannis, you're almost always going to lose the trade in the short term. Doesn't mean the long term. Maybe they'll nail all 4 of those picks and make Miami look like idiots. But like the Thunder did whenever, the Paul George trade and everything like that. And then for the Heat, they also basically lose in the short term as well. It feels like, you traded your entire team.
They got to have a chance to build around it.
They don't have a team right now. So it's one of the trades where it feels like nobody won, but it had to happen for both sides. I think the Heat had to go get a guy like this, and I think that the Bucks just had to get rid of Giannis. So take what you can get. The weird rumors about the Celtics deal, that's a story. Apparently they offered Jaylen Brown and a couple firsts, and they told him no.
Yeah,
so
I was
the question.
I don't. I mean,
were they playing chess and just entertaining the Celtics offer just to disgruntle the Celtics locker room too, and just say, all right, no, okay.
Yeah, the Celtics are weird. They've had a weird vibe for a little bit, but when push comes to shove, they do usually get through it when they don't have injuries. Giannis doesn't shoot threes. You look at it, and a guy like him who's just a specimen athletically. You could get, if you're the Heat here, he's 31, right? He's been playing for a long, long time, a lot of mileage. But look at guys like LeBron and Durant, like guys in the NBA late these days, if he plays till he's 38, 40 years old, the Heat will probably feel pretty good about it. They got to go be able to build around it, but it's Miami.
They don't have a team.
You get free agents in Miami. You always can. I don't think you can build a team just through free agency, though.
Bam.
You got to be able
Giannis and Bam. I don't know if I can name anybody else on the roster right now.
Well, not without Tyler Hero. Certainly. All right, we'll come back. We got a lot to get to today. Speaking of the NBA, we got the NBA draft tonight with Darryn Peterson. We had more World Cup history yesterday. We'll get into all of it on Sports Daily.
This is lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bedweed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care. Just talking major NBA trades happening last night. We can stick with the NBA and go to Darryn Peterson now. We'll get to World Cup stuff. We'll get to Royals stuff as we make our way through. Darryn Peterson, if you look, TJ, these mocks are all over the map, which is good. It gives you an intriguing element to tonight's game. You got to get this right if you're Washington, who just committed a whole bunch of money to Trae Young. And we see what stars in the NBA can do, what they cost, all these things. You got to get this one right if you're the Wizards. You've been irrelevant basically forever. And while both Peterson and DeBonsa look like they'll be really good players, there's been a narrative forever that's like, well, you just play it safe with DeBonsa because you don't know about Peterson. But then you read everything, and it's like, well, Peterson's the best player in this draft. It's just X, Y, or Z. And there have been strange things. Like he only did interviews with the Wizards. Like by all accounts from Lawrence, he was a good teammate and everything, but everything was handled a little strangely. Certainly. How much of that's self-inflicted? I don't know. How much of that matters as you go to the NBA? I don't know. How much does, at the end of the day, you got to, I think, make sure you just have the best player, don't you? And I think Peterson is like, as the range of outcomes is different, most people still kind of feel like Peterson's the best player.
I think I made the point that this is the first NBA draft in a long time where the first pick is that in even any draft, not even NBA, NFL included, MLB sometimes it gets weird, but NBA, NFL draft, it's the first time that we've gone into the draft saying who's the first pick going to be, and not the fake manufactured of, oh man, is it going to be Markelle Fultz, or are they not going to like that one? Is it going to be Ben Simmons, or we're not going to like, they're going to change their mind? Maybe they will. The last one I can think of is Anthony Bennett, when the Cavs picked Anthony Bennett and shocked everybody that year. Or Andrew Wiggins, I think, was a little bit in the air, if I'm not mistaken. There was kind of some thoughts about it could be somebody else, but it was him. Anyways, this one, it is up in the air, and I don't think that we'll really know until they make the pick tonight, and that's awesome, for one, because it's actually good television that you want to tune in to see who goes number one. But two, it says a lot about the argument between these two guys, and it's everything we said during the college basketball season. It's still relevant now. Is Darryn Peterson showed you the red flags, and whether that be the injury things that happened, if you're worried about those, or I think that you're right about. I've made the point that it's not that Peterson, by all accounts, never did anything wrong character-wise at KU. Right. I think that the biggest thing that people could say about Peterson, and even through the draft process, what you're talking about is the only picking one team to work out for, etc., is that by all accounts, it's not Peterson has bad character. It may be just that Peterson's team doesn't do the best PR.
If he's getting bad advice, and I don't know his team, so I don't want to say that, but yeah, I agree. Like if he's a 19-year-old kid getting bad advice, how long does that last? If you're in the NBA, do you even care? Or do you tell his team to sit down and be quiet?
Yeah.
Like
again, I don't know if that's what it is per se, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, he's 19 years old, probably not making a ton of these decisions by himself.
Yeah. So I agree. And so for me, for my money, if I'm the Washington Wizards, I swing for the fences. I go Peterson.
I think so.
I think he does have some things in his game that you can't really. Now, does he fit with Trae Young? That's interesting when you see the major commitment to Trae Young. I'm not sure. I would just off the hip would say DeBonsa probably makes more sense with Trae Young, but it's they're all high. They're all going to be high shot volume guys, no matter how you slice it. I think Peterson has a much better chance to be a high level defender than AJ DeBonsa. I think he plays a more premium position in theory, and he is as good a shooter as I can remember seeing come out of college. Now, is he Victor Wembanyama? Is he? No, he's not, is the answer to that question. Is he Cooper Flagg, right? Cooper Flagg, I think is still probably the best college basketball player I can remember seeing. If I'm thinking of like what college basketball players just looked the best in college ever, he's up there with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He was such a great, and he's been a great NBA player so far too. So can he be that good? I'm trying to in this super deep NBA class, and we know it's the deepest we've seen in a long time. They're going to be all-stars littered likely all over this draft. Where does Peterson sit atop the first or the number one overall picks of recent years? That's what I'm wondering about. Or AJ DeBonsa. Like, we know they headline this super deep class, but are they that level of prospect anymore? We know that Peterson probably once was thought of that way.
Yep. It's hard. It's hard for us to sit here and say this, and it's hard for most of the general public to sit here and say this, because we didn't see it at KU, and we know that he was
Right.
injured the entire season. So that's the hardest part about this, is that you can't say, like, well, look at Peterson at KU compared to what Flagg was at Duke. I think if you want to feel justified in your pick, which we've said, this pick is made before they even step foot on a college campus. Basically, the college campus part is just don't mess it up, because we know that you are the number one pick.
And
Peterson really got close to messing it up.
He
So we'll
messed
see.
it up.
Exactly.
Well, he messed it up because he's not the slam dunk number one like we thought he was.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I think that
he didn't mess it up. It got messed up.
Yeah, exactly. It, bad luck a little bit. So again, turn on the film of Darryn Peterson in high school against AJ DeBonsa scoring 40 points. Like we've seen it. We saw it in spurts at KU. We never saw the full arsenal at KU is maybe the right thing to say there. But again, I think that the way that I've put it is, what if Darryn Peterson, everybody says he's Kobe Bryant, and is that fair? Probably not. But what if he is, and you miss him? And
yeah, I think that so the other thought for me is Washington tipped their hand with the Trae Young deal. I think they're going to Bonza. I'm not saying I think they should. I think they should go Peterson, but I think they're going to Bonza. I think they tipped their hand.
Maybe.
So
I think there's a world. I think there's a world where they can play together, though.
Well, I think there is. It seems like that timing is so interesting. Like, was that necessary? I think they're going to Bonza. And I think they'll regret it. Not that DeBonsa's not going to be good. It is the safer pick. DeBonsa's going to be a good NBA player, right? But I think Peterson is the guy that, your Kobe comment, if all of this other stuff is irrelevant, he's got a skill set that I think puts him on a different planet than most prospects.
My mind immediately goes to the fact that, AJ DeBonsa's a freak athlete, everything like that. But at the end of the day, watch an NBA game and tell me which of those two guys you think fits in more with an NBA lineup, an NBA scheme.
They both do.
Peterson does more than
athleticism, and I know DeBonsa has the size, but Peterson's athleticism, we didn't get very much of it in college. But you think about when you did get it, those halves where it was just like, whoa. And I think about the shots he was able to get up against Tech at the end of that game. And those are the things that make great NBA players great, because they take this level of athleticism that you have to be able to create that way. And we'll see. It is tonight. Washington.
Have you seen the betting
Utah,
lines?
1-2. No.
What do you think it is to take Darryn Peterson first overall pick?
Plus 250.
6-1.
It's that high. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think Washington played their hand. I think they committed to Trae Young. They're going to take DeBonsa because on paper that makes more sense. And Utah's dreams of, DeBonsa staying in Utah are crushed. But they also are going to be okay because for, 5 or 6 years they'll get Darryn Peterson until who knows? You never know if somebody's going to stay in Utah. You never know if somebody's going to stay in Washington either, to be fair. If you're Utah, you feel like DeBonsa would stay in Utah. That's what makes it tough.
It's true.
That's what makes it tough for the Giants.
Man, if you are the Wizards and you like Darryn Peterson, trade the freaking pick. They won't do it, but I think you trade the freaking pick anyways.
I do too. I think if you can go to Utah and get one more first out of it, I would say, hey, go get your guy.
Maybe that's the smoke screen. Maybe Trae Young was a smoke screen to say, yeah, it looks like we're going to take him now, doesn't it? We need 3 first-round picks.
Smoke screen. It could be part of the betting odds, like the likelihood that Utah pulls a trade, because they're taking DeBonsa. And I would too. By the way, even though I think Peterson, like as the player, I think has a better chance, if I'm Utah, I would do everything to get DeBonsa for the reason that I think he would stay. And that's such a hard thing for them to achieve, is to get guys to stay there. Yeah, I'd take DeBonsa. I would trade to take DeBonsa if I was Utah, even though I think Peterson is going to be the better player. I would do it if I was Utah. If I was any other team, I'd be in the market for Peterson.
Okay.
And they're both going to be really good, and there are going to be really good players after that. The Dallas Mavericks, TJ, pick 9th overall as of now. Dusty May is going to have a large say in that. What did you make? The NBA gave us lots of stories yesterday.
Yeah.
Dusty May leaves college basketball. Cue up the college basketball's ruined. No surprise. He made the right decision. We're never going to be able to have great college basketball coaches. Cue all that up again and conveniently forget how many NBA jobs Dan Hurley's turned down over the years.
It's true.
Maybe Dusty May just wants to coach in the NBA. Maybe he wants an off season. Maybe he's like, boy, I get to walk into an NBA roster with Cooper Flagg. Like, I don't need all the drama around it. Dusty May was doing just fine, thank you.
I took it more so as the fact of I never took it as the fact of college sports are broken, I gotta get out of here. It was more so I'm tired of recruiting all the time.
I've said that for years. Like, why would you ever choose college coaching over the pros?
Yeah.
Don't you want an offseason? What do NBA coaches have to do right now? They've had to get ready for the draft, evaluate, I don't know, like 10 to 12 players probably. Watch some, Europe basketball, EuroLeague. I don't know when they play. But and just chill on a beach somewhere. Because everybody in the NBA is like, they're just trying to have an off season here. You go to college, it is nonstop for everybody not named Wichita State this year. Right? Like, it is nonstop, but it's always been that way. You think Bill Self isn't always on the recruiting trail? Like, he's probably recruiting the number one high school player for 2034 right now.
That's right.
I agree. That's how they roll. Yeah. So, like, we don't need this dialogue on college sports because Dusty May chose. If you want to take that narrative with, the old guard retiring concept, like, yes, that I think we can have a conversation about. But a hot young coach in the college ranks, fresh off a national championship, taking an opportunity in the NBA and knowing that you've got Cooper Flagg in a top 10 pick in the deepest draft we've seen in 20 years. Yeah, I get it, man. And I don't think it has anything to do with Michigan or college basketball. That's an opportunity you can't turn down. You just can't.
No. The biggest reaction that I've seen to it is the fact that they built Michigan into a spot where they went and did stuff in the portal to make you think that they were going to be really, really good again, and they'd have a chance to make, dynasty got thrown around a lot yesterday. That may be a little overused, but again, you win a national championship, people want to come play for you, and you've shown that you've got dough that you're willing to spend on portal guys. That's a good spot to be as a college coach. I'd rather be, if I'm going to be a college coach, I want to be a college coach that I've got a bunch of money to throw around than a college coach that has their players poached every year.
It's a good job now. They'll, I assume, just stick with whatever they've got on the interim level. I don't know.
Did you see who it was?
No.
Mike Boynton.
Who was that name? Yeah, he got that. He got that job?
He was the assistant.
How long was he as assistant with May? I liked Mike Boynton, by the way. I thought he was
1
good.
year, 2 years.
I thought he flashed at Oklahoma State. So he's been with May.
I think just like 2 years since he left Oklahoma State.
And then he joined May at Michigan. I'm just making sure there wasn't any crossover at FAU. Nope. So yeah, I think I like it. I liked Boynton as a coach. Listen, I think he flashed. He did. He had some good years. He knows how to deal with star players. And I think that with the resources there, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think that is he going to get the interim tag lifted, or is he going to stay the interim?
That's a good question. I almost thought that he got the job. Let me double check.
I think
that sounds kind of crazy now.
I think he is interim, but I wonder how long he needs to keep that tag. I wonder if they're legitimately giving him
interim head coach.
And they're calling it for the season. So I don't think they're going to start a search right now. I like it. If you're Michigan, at minimum, you have the resources, which are tied to May to some degree, but I would argue that they're tied more to the success of May than May himself. So if Boynton can just have a good year with a team most people are placing inside the top 5, I think, for the most part right now, then let Boynton have his chance and you'll be able to keep getting good players. And I think it's fine. So I don't care. I don't lose sleep over Michigan. Dusty May is really good at what he does. I think going to the NBA is a no-brainer for Dusty May, just like it was for Brad Stevens. No-brainer. Just like it was for Billy Donovan. No-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you try it? It seems like a significantly better job than being a college basketball coach.
Yeah.
So Dusty May's out. Sorry, KU fans, for those that just thought he was a shoo-in to replace Bill Self someday.
Sounds like it's Ben McCollum's job to lose now.
Well, it's Bill Self's job to lose right now. Again, I'll just remind everybody that Bill Self's not that old. If his health holds up, he'll be just fine. You just keep bringing in the number one players and see what happens.
Fran Fraschilla told Shreyas yesterday that Tyron Stokes is a combination of all three of the top 3 picks of the NBA draft this year. Peterson, DeBonsa, and Boozer, all in one, playing for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, I wonder if Fran means that as a compliment of he's as good as any of them, or just his style is a combination of the 3. Because I would buy that his style could be a combination of the 3.
Yeah,
he attacks the basket I wonder what part of Peterson's game he has, though.
I don't know. He can shoot.
I don't think he's that good a shooter.
He can shoot a little bit. The other 2 couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I don't think Stokes is a sharpshooter. At least not from what we've heard. He's an incredible high level attacker, and people feel like if they can get it, he could be a really, really high level defender. But I haven't heard anybody say like, "Watch this kid shoot."
Yeah,
like we did with Peterson.
Yeah, maybe he's just athletic. Maybe I don't know.
Could be the athleticism, the explosion. Maybe
that also just maybe Fran Fraschilla just making buzzwords.
It could be.
But it gets you excited.
NBA draft tonight. Here we go. Will Peterson go number 1? Will it be the Wizards that take Peterson? Maybe is the better question. All right, we'll come back. Let's talk about the history made at the World Cup yesterday. We've got Royals talk. We got a Bobby Witt Jr. update. It's all on Sports Daily on a Tuesday.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back into Sports Daily here. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. Getting ready for the Wichita Open. If the weather holds, we will be out at Crestview Country Club live for 4 hours Thursday and Friday. Got a lot of fun guests lined up. We'll get that hammered out. I know, TJ, we've got to get everybody placed, but we'll be talking to some of the folks out at Crestview about the facility, about the course, which is apparently just immaculate right now, looking incredible. I've only played the South the last handful of times I've played. I've not seen the North in probably, I don't know, a month or so since they put up stands. Everything's looking good. I know the stands and everything, like the facilities are looking great. So, thanks to Crestview for being a great supporter of the program. Great opportunity to go see everything at the Wichita Open. I think about 100 party deck tickets left on Friday and Saturday, so that seems to be going well. But we'll be out there live. We'll have some of the Crestview folks out. We'll have some of the Open folks out. We're going to move some of our regular guests, and we'll get Josh Briscoe, I think, to talk a little Chiefs, and we'll have all our regular cast of characters on Thursdays and Fridays, plus some extra special guests. I think Taylor Eldridge is going to join us, talk a little Shockers, and maybe, a variety of things there. So it'll be fun one way or the other. We'll see what happens Thursday, though. If this monsoon comes, we may just be regular Thursday and then go ham on Friday. I don't know what to expect yet, to be perfectly honest with you. Double whammy, because I'm also out there for HTO. We're serving tea. It's like, what are we going to do Thursday? Like, I have no idea. And I would assume everyone at the Wichita Open right now is like, I have no idea. It could rain like 3-4 inches Thursday all day. Do you just Do you just say we'll play 36 on Friday? I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you do. I feel like you just gotta. I have no idea. I don't know what you do.
I don't either.
Do you play it
if
a Monday?
If it was storms, you can just sort of wait it out and play around it. It looks like Thursday, though, is just going to be like all day rain. So I think that's what makes it hard. Like if it's everybody cross your fingers and everything tonight as we get, 1 year ago on the Tuesday before the Wichita Open, the monsoon that blew through, and we are supposed to get storms tonight. Like cross your fingers on that part. You got to survive that part first. I know they've been able to get the festivities kicked off. I've been following them on social media, but you have all of that and they get ready. But either way, they'll be ready out there, whatever it looks like. So we'll be on our toes here to see just whatever it looks like for the shows. But you'll catch us one way or the other. It's really, are we sitting out in, beautiful weather, or are we stuck back in our home studios here? We'll find out, I guess. But I don't know what they do. Thursday is a fun day at the Open. I'm going to tell you, like, as somebody who consumes the event or now, works the event in a variety of ways, Thursday's fun. Thursday's usually, TJ, the day that everybody parties a little too hard. You go too hard right out of the gates. And then Friday's almost like I call it a hangover day. Like just as like observing it, everyone's so excited to be out there. They go a little hard on Thursday, and then Friday's a little more somber at the beginning of the day. But if you lose Thursday, I don't know what that does. Do you carry it into Monday?
I know.
You want a final round on Monday.
Has that ever happened before?
You just play Monday? 36. They've had lots of weather issues at the
Wichita. You can't
Open.
ask golfers
to play
36 holes on Friday.
It rains every year. I don't remember, though. I mean, look at the weather situation they navigated last year. What I don't remember is, what if you just can't play it all on Thursday? And we'll get a better look at the forecast. Storm Team 12 shout out today on the timing of it. But you're trying to play everybody. There's no cut yet, and you're trying to get in that so much golf on Thursday. It'll be interesting to see what the plan for that will be. What happens on a rain out of a Thursday on the PGA Tour? What do? They just play extra golf, don't they?
I don't think that they play 36 holes though. Usually, like, they try to squeeze window. I mean, it's one thing
Maybe
if you ask
27 and 27.
I was gonna say that's more reasonable than saying, "Hey, I need you to go play 10 hours of golf today." That's the thing too. They probably run out of sunlight. There's too many tee times.
Well, that's another problem. Do they just have to try? Do you just sit there? But then, like, if you sit there and you're a fan of the Wichita Open, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to go, I guess you can go sit under the canopies, as long as it's not storms. And I don't think it is supposed to be storms. But at some point, if it's that much rain, they're not going to be able to play the course.
At some point, they'd have to. I'd even say that if they were going to make guys double up on Friday or something like that, they'd almost have to do like a shotgun start to get all the tee times in.
I mean, there's so much travel. Yeah, they'd have to shotgun start it for sure. There's so much travel involved with these tours that can you really bleed it into a Monday if at all possible to avoid? Like, it'll be a pretty fascinating decision that's coming down, but you don't have to make it today. It's just Tuesday morning at 7:46. Maybe the timing changes as it does on these storms, and you do get a window to try to play some of the golf. We'll find out. But shout out to Crestview Country Club either way. Thanks for supporting the show. Go support them. Go take a tour of the facilities. Tell them we sent you. All right. World Cup history yesterday. TJ, why haven't we been betting soccer?
I'm telling you, it's easy.
It's easy. You just bet the Stars to make goals.
The sports books might have lost $1 million yesterday.
Oh, they've lost more than that. They lost way more than that. Everybody was betting everybody was betting some variation of what we both bet, which was the 3-star players to score goals.
Yeah. The one I've seen all over social media, the amount of parlays that had 2 goals for Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland. And
I couldn't find it. I was trying. I couldn't find it. I was like, there. I saw one of the online things. It was like, well, and that one was just saying shots and goals. Like, take 2 from each of those guys. I was like, all right, that sounds good. And I'm such a novice in soccer. I couldn't find that bet. So I was like, forget it. I'll just take them all to score. And of course they all scored. And it was still like 5-1. There's supposed to be 50-1 if I could have found it. You hit one like that.
Mm-hmm.
Soccer's it. What have we been up to now? Today, though, I don't know any of the players. How am I supposed to bet it now today?
Cristiano Ronaldo's playing today.
He's been great.
Yeah, no. Everybody from Portugal wants him to get benched. Anyways, yeah, I've seen so many slips on social media. I mean, the way Jacob and I bet, we're not putting the sports books out of business. But I mean, people are betting hundreds of dollars on 2 goals from each of those guys. I mean, they were making like 500 grand. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that was the way to bet it. But we get the history. All 3 of those players are clearly really good. Boy, this Norwegian dude, they look like they plugged. Did you ever watch the show Vikings? Like it looked like he's a cast as a Viking. Like I don't know that there's anybody that's ever fit the part better than this guy.
How tall is he? Because I think comparatively speaking to the rest of the soccer players, he's ginormous. But I wonder how tall
he's huge. He's got the hair. Like it's the complexion.
Yeah, he's
like
6 foot. Okay, he's 6'5". I'm not wrong.
Yeah. He looks like a member of the cast of the show Vikings. And he plays the part, and he does a really good job with it. I don't know anything about him before like a week and a half ago. Never even heard of him. But it's like, okay, this guy is a character. But can I take a swing a little bit here at the soccer world on Messi? Can we just stop being so dramatic about how good he is? Like, could you imagine ever talking about Tom Brady or Michael Jordan the way Messi's talked about? I just want to thank the good Lord that I was so blessed to be born at the same time as Messi played soccer. Like, shut up. He's good at soccer. Like, just enjoy it. Like, you don't have to be a drama queen about
I'm telling you, I said yesterday, it's
so over the top. I'm
different.
It's starting to annoy me.
Yeah, there's a lot. There is part of it where I do feel like just Joe Lund. There's just not many people. Maybe the Ronaldo crazies hate Messi, but like it feels like everybody loves Messi.
I do, but don't ruin this for me.
I know. So that's the thing is that like, imagine if your team was going up against LeBron James, and I'm so sick of listening to these guys talk about LeBron James, but nobody says that about Messi, and everybody's just like, yeah, he's the best. He's awesome.
Because you don't see him a lot, right? He's playing in the MLS now. I don't know, where did he play professionally for most of his career? Spain. Okay, yeah. So like Barcelona or whatever. So not to like, we don't see him. He's in the MLS. Okay, fine. The World Cup's once every 4 years, no big deal. So it's not quite as in your face, but you get here and you're just like,
it cracks me up. Like I don't, the announcers, it's so the commentators. I wish we could tally up how many times they say his teammates' names because it's single digits for all of them.
Are you sick of Patrick Mahomes' love out there, everybody? Like if you're not a Kansas City Chiefs fan,
listen to how people crucified Chris Collinsworth.
Infinitely worse.
He looks like
we're just so lucky to be able to watch such greatness play in front of him. Like, shut up. Like, he's awesome. He's incredible. We can all see it. Like, you don't have to make this a bigger deal than
he's wild.
Just the best one.
I mean, like it's unbelievable that Argentina's the best team in the world. And it's because of Messi. They don't have
the best odds. They're only the 4th best odds on favorite to win the World Cup.
Well, in the rank, the number 1 ranked team in the world. They won the World Cup last time. All the things. They're loaded. It's a really good team. You watch them play, and you can tell how good they are. Even if you don't know anything about soccer, you can tell how good they are. But it's unreal. Like even the fans, like you don't even say they're going up against Argentina. It's like, yeah, they're playing against Messi.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
And then you watch him play. To be fair, and as he misses a PK yesterday.
It's true. Do you see all the stuff about
he missed it? He does, and you're like, okay. Like, yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
How did he put that between that guy's legs on a rebound shot? Like, or how does he? I get it. We had a caller last week. You weren't here. Really try to explain it to us why he is in a lot of its angles. It's angles, and it's just that he's so much smarter than everybody else about the geometry of soccer, and you can literally see it happening. You're like, well, yeah, he just knows where to be and what's about to happen before it happens. Clearly, he's not the physical specimen that the Viking dude is. Like he's not. he's a little dude that just gets it. But I have about reached my limit on the worship of him.
I'm telling you, I think. Oh man, can you imagine if I think they're on separate sides of the bracket? But imagine if we got a USA versus Argentina matchup.
Oh,
how quick Americans be like,
we would turn.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
So fast, it'd be great. It would be awesome. It would be the perfect outcome. Actually.
My favorite thing of the Messi history. He broke the record yesterday. He tied it in Kansas City. Broke it yesterday. Had 2 goals. My favorite part of all, and by the way, like Mbappe's right there, which is wild.
He'll pass him, I would think.
Yeah, he will. But it's so wild to think about. He's got like 17 is the number, or 18 is the number. 17, I think.
I think you put it at 17. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so wild that it's like 17 goals all time is a World Cup record. I'm like, he's had 5 of them in the last week. Like, how is the number only 17?
He's played in more World Cup games too,
than anybody,
right? Yeah. So
I get it. I get it how hard it is to score goals in the World Cup, but for somebody, I mean, that's just such a. I guess it's an anomaly that you score so many. 5 goals in 2 games doesn't happen.
I think the closest we would have to what Messi is, and Messi's bigger than anybody because it's worldwide, is Jordan. Jordan maybe peak Tiger Woods, but even then, like,
there are still haters. There's no haters of Messi.
I was one of them as a kid. I was one of them. One of my daughters, by the way, inherited that. She's like, "Oh no, I'm Ronaldo, Dad." I'm like, "That a girl." Like, way to go. I love you for that, because I was the same way as a kid. I was like, I'm not gonna like that guy. Everybody likes that guy. Messi is awesome though, but let's just tone it down a little bit, everybody. He's a great soccer player. I don't know anything about him otherwise. Seems like he's a cool dude. All right, we'll come back. We've got headlines I missed. We've got a Bobby Witt Jr. injury update and much more in another hour of Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyin.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
How you doing?
I am so totally turned on right now I could spit.
I hear ya.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Sports Daily on KFH. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here with you. Glad to be with you. We are rocking and rolling over the air on KFH. You can call us if you're listening to us on the radio at 869-1240. You can email the show at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We are coming to you on our video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. You can leave video comments there on social media. Thanks for also watching us on 12 News Connected. Thanks for also listening to us on the Odyssey app. We will get to some Royals news here. We'll continue the discussions around the sports world. Lots of headlines on a Monday. Headlines I missed in just a minute. Everything we have for you this hour is What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company. Now featuring the cheeseburger in Pizza Dice Pizza, beef, American and Monterey Jack cheese, pickle, onion, burger seasoning drizzled with tangy burger sauce, cheeseburger and Pizza Dice at WBC, your summertime pizza made here. Glad to be with you, TJ. As we make our way through, let's first, in a headline-filled day, a day where we've covered a lot of the major headlines, what slipped through the cracks here? What have we missed?
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right. Very odd end ones, but they're all kind of related to things that we have already talked about. First, let's go back to the World Cup. There's a video that came out over the weekend. I believe this is in Miami Stadium. Yes, it is. The Uruguay versus Cabo Verde match that we saw, the draw that we talked about yesterday on the show. I believe that was on Sunday. And Uruguay fan proposed to his girlfriend in the stands. I believe this video is coming out. I really don't know the context, but it looks like he's proposing to his girlfriend in the stands of the game. And she said yes. And then Cabo Verde scored an equalizer 30 seconds later.
Oh, no. Are they going to, is Cabo Verde, are they going to make it through?
It seems like if they can just not lose their last game, they probably will.
What if she said no? I always you got to know. Does anybody ever say, if we check the archives, has anybody ever said no in the public? It
happens in movies all the time.
Well, no, I know people have said no. Has anybody said no if asked publicly like that?
I feel like in that song, you just got to say yes and then tell them no later. Listen.
Oh, man.
About that.
It's a bold move. Proposals, you kind of have an idea. Does a true surprise proposal ever really exist? You can surprise with the timing of when it happens, but I feel like we've had a conversation at that point, right? I surprised my wife. She had no idea, but we'd had conversations. It wasn't like it was never on the table for anything.
We're getting marriage advice.
It's not marriage advice. I just want to know if anybody's publicly ever said no in one of these deals.
We'll take comments. Have you said no to a proposal in your life? Comment on the show. All right, let's go to the NBA. We talked about this. This is what I was bringing up earlier in the show. This Legion Hoops put this out. I'm not sure who the reporter is that reported this, but according to a report, the Celtics offered Jaylen Brown 2 first-round picks and more for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks declined and sent him to Miami. That's a pretty good deal.
It's a better trade, probably. The only thing about the Miami piece is if you take the Jaylen Brown trade, Boston's gonna not produce. None of those draft picks are going to be good. None of those. If you've got Jason Tatum and Giannis Antetokounmpo there, you're never getting. None of those picks are ever panning out.
Yeah.
Right? What are you gonna get? Pick 25?
It's true.
If you trade him to Miami and they trade you Tyler Herro, they're gonna suck at least 1 year, don't you think? Maybe they'll be okay.
They could, yeah. So here's where it gets real interesting. This is Kevin O'Connor. He's a sports reporter for Yahoo, I believe. He put out late last night, sources, #sources, say that Bucks owner, so backstory, Jimmy Haslam, the Bucks owner, I believe is also the Cleveland Browns owner, owns both. Sources say Bucks owner Jimmy Haslam was a driving force in taking the Miami Heat deal for Giannis over Boston's offer. Haslam didn't want to risk Jaylen Brown wanting out of Milwaukee in a year after dealing with Giannis and Myles Garrett's trade demands. Haslam wanted certainty, and the Miami deal provided more of that with total assets in return to Milwaukee.
Okay.
As a Bucks fan, that would enrage me, I feel like, but he's kind of got a point.
What's the better deal? How much better is Jaylen Brown than Tyler Herro?
A lot.
A lot in what context?
I don't know. Jaylen Brown's an all-star. I don't think Tyler Herro's an all-star.
Which are you building? Are you building a franchise around either one of them? Because we just established. I think you agree with this. The draft picks from Miami are far more likely to be better draft picks.
Yeah, it's true. That's the thing. Yeah, the Bucks now are going to be bad. So Jaylen Brown's not leading the Bucks to a playoff appearance.
No, and he had an incredible year last year. Brown did, but Herro last year averaged 20 a game, averaged 24 a game the year before. That means, right? Am I crazy? He averages about 20 a game.
Yeah, I mean he's good. Jaylen Brown's better, but he's good.
Yeah, Brown is how old is Brown's 29. Herro is not that old. How old is he?
He's probably around that.
He's only been playing. He's 20, going into his age 27, so he's a couple years younger. We know he's a good shooter. I don't know. I don't know that I'm mad as a fan, because I think the reason you win this trade if you're Milwaukee isn't because you get Brown or Herro. They're both good players. It's going to be what you do with the draft picks.
Yep.
So if Miami's going to get me the better draft picks, and I think that they will, then I probably like that trade better.
Yep. Somebody, NBA realist, brought up, it's a fun thing to think about. He says, I can only think of 2 other scenarios in NBA history where a top 5 player with 10 plus years of tenure with a single franchise and deep connection with the community and fans got traded. It was Oscar Robertson from the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals back then. Kansas City Kings. They weren't the Royals. That seems wrong. In 1970, got traded to the Bucks. Unless I'm missing something there. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then Kevin Garnett from the Timberwolves to the Celtics. So fun to ponder on that. Let's move to college basketball in a way. Shreyas is at the NBA draft. We'll see if we'll get him on tomorrow from New York. He talked to basically every draft prospect that was there for the thing. Just going around talking to him, a lot of Darryn Peterson coverage, obviously. He asked all these guys, did you get recruited by KU? And it's kind of fun to see all their responses about how they said everything went. Bennett Sturtz, he went up to Bennett Sturtz and asked him, did you get recruited to KU? He said, no, they didn't offer me. And I wouldn't have gone there anyways. I'm a K-State guy. And he said, oh. And he said, K-State didn't offer me either.
That's more egregious, probably, that K-State didn't, if he's a K-State guy. How do you find that out? We should send out a questionnaire. Like, if you're K-State and you've got all these great prospects playing basketball, could you whittle through, like, who's a K-State fan here? Like, anybody in the room? Like, can we find out who's
fill out
a
a form.
fan?
Yeah, just call the top 100. Do you have any ties to the color purple in your lifetime?
Yeah, the Dean Wade experiment. Dean Wade, famously, just such a legacy land for K-State.
That's right. That's how you get them. Speaking of K-State basketball, Jacob Pullen tweeted yesterday. So I don't know if you saw this. What is the official title? Let me give it to you. Desmond Bane, NBA player.
Right.
Is he still playing? Or I think he's still playing.
I think so.
TCU named Desmond Bane the chief basketball officer, which I don't know. It must be like a GM role or something of that sort, or a fundraising role or something of that sort. That's not, tied to coaching per se. Jacob Pullen tweeted, TCU made a job up for Desmond Bane. Well, I guess it's time at K-State Sports. I can put the ball down if y'all got something for me.
Where's Pullen playing? Desmond Bane, speaking of guys that average 20 points a year, Desmond Bane averaged 24 and 4 last year. Right. He's still really good.
That's true. Jacob Pullen, I don't know where he's playing. Somewhere overseas.
Jacob Pullen is not
Jacob Pullen's playing. Jacob Pullen's playing in the TBT
of Desmond Bane. Yeah, okay. That's a stretch, Jacob Pullen, but okay. Go for it. It'd take anybody you can get.
He'd get people excited. In a team full of guys that nobody knows and a coaching staff that nobody's watched before.
What do you think Casey, you talked to Casey Alexander yesterday.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
You think he's what do you think a conversation between Casey Alexander and Jacob Pullen goes like?
I don't know.
That's a long gap between those two's time. Like, what Pullen played when in 20? How long ago has that been?
It was like, I don't want to say a number because I'm gonna be wrong. I don't know. I mean, my brain says like 2014.
Yeah, it feels like it's longer than that. He played. I'll check. He's only 36. Okay, yeah, I'm putting him back. Yeah, 2011 was his last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're K-State, how much is Desmond Bane getting paid by TCU, I suppose?
What all is Desmond Bane doing? That's the question.
I don't know. I mean,
Jacob Pullen's not going to come in
and nothing.
He's not going to come in and be the GM. He can be the make up the chief director of campus engagement for alumni. Yada yada yada.
That stuff works out. For these schools, PJ Cousinard comes to mind, although he's coaching. But sometimes those representatives can make a big difference. Why not? Shoot your shot, Jacob Pullen. I like it. All right, we'll come back. We can get into the discussions TJ had with Colin Klein and Casey Alexander yesterday, and more on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-1001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
.1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee for keeping us fueled up on these summer mornings where it feels like, I don't know what season it feels like, but it feels like we're in Seattle or something here lately. All the rain. Good luck to everybody if you're dealing with any of the flooding, and be prepared because we're getting a couple more rounds here. It's going to rain a lot. We'll see how it affects the Wichita Open later this week. Stay tuned. We are planning on being out at Crestview Live 4 hours Thursday and Friday. Zach and Megan Ince on YouTube says, I'm listening behind. Shocked the opener didn't even mention the College World Series. Oklahoma won last night over North Carolina. Team only 2.5 hours away, he says, at a location 4.5 hours away up in Omaha. College baseball used to be big. I did watch that last night. Bits and pieces of it.
Consider it mentioned.
It is mentioned, but I don't know what else you want from me other than it was an incredible run from Oklahoma. It makes you feel better if you're a Jayhawk fan, I think, and getting hot matters because that was not the best team going into the tournament, but they were absolutely the team playing the best when it mattered the most. And yeah, it's cool that they're right up the road. Shout out to Oklahoma. I'm glad Oklahoma won it over North Carolina. I've become more regionally inclined in my older age. I did not like Oklahoma growing up, but now, yeah, I do kind of look at it as like, yeah, they're close by. I'll root for Oklahoma. So shout out to the Sooners, I suppose. Is that enough?
Boomer.
Need anything else there?
We got another one.
Does make you feel good if you're a KU fan, though. I think
it's true. Let's take Rick's headline. See this one, Jacob. This is a headline you might have actually missed. Fort Hays is pausing golf, not ending golf. They are pausing golf.
It's because they got to pay all those basketball players.
But there is, it's true. There is not anything mentioned in the press release of when they plan to resume. So is that in itself a pause? That's the question.
So this is interesting, actually.
Kind of sounds like a stop to me.
It's interesting to me because here's a Division II school that's not really, an NIL thing. Pausing golf the same way Wichita State ended golf, basically. The blame for Wichita State is solely going to go to athletes. Well, what's your blame for Fort Hays State? Yep. Again, I'll contend the exact same thing I did for Wichita State. It's a tough economy out there. These things that just cost a lot of money without much return. I don't know what people expect. It's hard. College athletics departments have run in the red historically. Basically every one of them outside of great football programs. And it's getting harder and harder to justify that. I hate it. It sucks. It's the worst, but it's reality. So hopefully they can figure out a way to keep it going. I really mean that. I want all the college athletes, but this is not only a direct reflection of NIL at the Division I level. It's a reflection of how expensive everything is.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. There's not, to my knowledge, unless something's changed, the House settlement that would let you pay players directly out of your school's budget. That doesn't apply to Division II schools. There is NIL in Division II schools, but and that's true NIL, right? That's not
maybe there's revenue share for whatever revenue comes from Division II
that's
golf, but it wouldn't be any. There would be
that's
zero.
My point. There's not. That's what I'm saying here is that unless something has changed that I don't know about, there's not revenue sharing in Division II sports. There is NIL, but there's not revenue sharing, and so that is the difference. Is that Wichita State? You could say that it's like, well, they're a big school, they could keep it going. Well, there's also they have to pay their players, and they don't have to pay their players, and so on and so forth as it goes. Nobody has the answers. Nobody knows what to do right now. They're just trying. So, anyway.
Hopefully they're able to resume. I hate it. Hopefully they can resume because that's not, international. That's probably a lot of Kansas kids if I had to guess. If I looked up and down their roster. And it's a bummer. And hopefully, I think eventually you hope you can find ways to have students be a part of these programs. And I don't know what the scholarship situation is at Fort Hays Golf. I don't know. But I know travel is expensive, and I know it's not easy to operate these programs. So it's a bummer. I hate that. Thanks, Rick. for the reminder on that. Let's talk Royals, TJ. The one last night, hey, you take them. The first half ends sometime this week, but the Royals get it done against the Rays. That's a team that very likely will be in the mix for the wild card. So, look, you can pull meaning out of that game. For sure you can. Tampa is a team that is one of the leaders of the wild card. They're not the one directly being chased by Kansas City, who trails Tampa by like 11 games, but it's one of them. And a win is a win is a win. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They are hotter than that more recently, but okay. And they win another one without Bobby Witt Jr. and get good pitching and good bullpen work and all the things that bigger picture, if they're ever going to do anything special, you got to have. But the pitching has been a little bit of a problem lately, but it wasn't last night. They had a really strong pitching performance and just enough offense.
Yeah. Carter Jensen's on a 13-game hitting streak. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either, but he's on a 13-game hitting streak. Jack Caglione almost had another home run last night.
Just missed the home run last night.
But
and Alex Lang looked good. Alex Lang looked good.
Closer number 5.
What's that?
Closer number 5 on the season.
Is he really?
I don't know, but it's probably at least
he's 3.
If you consider Strom 1, he could be 4.
Did they give Strom a run at it? I don't think they did. He looks confident out there. I will say that. And he was making some pitches last night. We're like, okay, he's been a closer before, I believe, somewhere. I can't remember where. So he's got the chops to do it, but it certainly helps them out. And we'll see when Bobby Witt Jr. comes back. So that's the bigger news of yesterday. Bobby Witt Jr. does not enter the starting line, doesn't enter the game. However, we're told before the game, he took BP, he took ground balls, he ran the bases. I don't think with any restrictions, at least that I've seen. So I would think he's going to avoid the stay, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Again,
as I said yesterday, if he was going on the IL, I feel like we'd know by now. Even retroactively going on the IL.
Right, I feel like we'd know yesterday. Yesterday would have been the most obvious day to put him on there if he was going on there.
So I think the fact that he's trying to play through it or trying to work through it to get back to playing tells me that that's probably legit, that we could see him later this week.
It also should tell you, if you're a Royals fan, that he wants that MVP. There's never been a better time to take a minute and make sure you're good, but Judge is down. Like, this is the opportunity. And I said this yesterday. We didn't have much of a chance to talk about it. But a big part of his MVP candidacy, his WAR, all of those things, the defense that he plays, the position that he plays, and that he's, got a real good chance to lead Major League Baseball in steals this year. Now he might have a bum knee. I'm really curious to see, can you take it slow with Bobby Witt Jr.? If the goal is for him to win an MVP, and they're not out of it, and the goal is for them to win games, I get all that. But if you're like, okay, he's got to go get the MVP this year, which is, that's the way I look at it. He's going to need to be able to do all the things at full speed and full strength to do it.
How long are you fine with taking it slow if they do?
I don't know.
I'd give it a week, and then if it's reasonable to say that you should be back to full strength in a week, we'll play you as long as you promise not to steal bases.
Man, you can give him a red light. It's not like he's not going to listen to a red light. TJ, we're about halfway through the season, though. Okay, he's got 10 home runs. He's got 32 RBI. If he wins the MVP, it's not going to be because he is this prodigious power hitter. He is on pace. Here's what he's on pace for right now. 83 runs would be under his average. 20 home runs would be under his average. 66 RBI would be under his average. Strikeouts about the same. It's the fact that he's on pace to steal 60 bases, right? His batting average is right at his, 3-year average since he's really blossomed into a Major League Baseball player. So his power's down. He's not scoring runs at the same clip, which is not always anything he can control. He'll have, if he stays healthy, probably about as many hits as he normally does. His doubles will be down, though. His home runs will be down. His RBI will be down. It's because he's stealing all those bases. And obviously, he brings the premium defense to the table as far as his resume. But if this is Bobby Witt Jr.'s MVP season, it won't even be close to what he did in 2024. Won't even be close to the season he had that year.
Yeah.
In totality.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's, who else would it be? I think that's the better question to ask. If Judge is hurt,
yeah.
Who's next? I don't even know. Who is next?
But isn't that weird? Like, this could be the year he gets it. And of the last, this year's probably not even as good as his 2023 season. So this would be, statistically speaking, offensively, probably his worst season since 2022. And it might be the year he wins the MVP. Yordan Alvarez is the favorite right now. And he is starting to, he's kind of putting together a season where like, okay, Bobby Witt Jr. is no longer the favorite, although his odds are not long. Nick Kurtz is getting hot, by the way. Keep an eye on him. He's just hitting 1 billion home runs. So that kind of stuff worries me too. Like, we do need Bobby Witt Jr. to take it up a notch offensively. I think if he's going to win the MVP. Now, he can. Again, he's behind pace on his last 3 seasons. So he really needs that defense, and he really needs to get out there and probably steal 60 bases. He's going to get 50 if he's healthy. But can he get to 60? Like, what's going to jump off the screen at us offensively when push comes to shove? He'll probably have the WAR advantage over both Kurtz and Yordan Alvarez because he plays shortstop. So he'll get some points, like if you go the analytics route. But man, when we just stack up home runs, RBI, that kind of stuff, I don't think he's going to have it with some of these guys. So he needs that stolen base number so people can be like, yeah, but he stole 60 bases, right? Like, he does all these things, and he stole 60 bases because if he's 25 or 30 home runs behind Yordan Alvarez, we know how this thing goes. We know how this works. Look at the Aaron Judge factor. Aaron Judge isn't near the defender Bobby Witt Jr. isn't near the premium defender or bring that to the table. And Bobby Witt Jr. had one of the great seasons we've ever seen in Major League Baseball, but it wasn't enough to overcome the pure power numbers of Aaron Judge. So if he's behind his own power pace, what is Alvarez trending to right now? We're looking at Yordan Alvarez is trending to hit 50 home runs this year, 100 plus RBIs with an OPS over 1,000. That's going to be tough to overcome, right? Like, you're going to have to bring the other stuff. You see, am I making sense here? Like, what the challenge of this injury is to Bobby Witt Jr.'s MVP candidacy? Like, he needs that stuff. His OPS right now is 833. Alvarez is at over 1,000. He's got to run him down. He can't do that if he's hobbled because he's not going to be like, can't steal enough bases. It's going to be tough. It'll be tough to see if he can win that MVP, even with Judge down. And I want to see him do it. He needs to take it up a notch in the second half. I don't think it's his to lose right now. I think it's his still to win.
Some news just came out. The PGA Tour is changing its structure. The reimagined PGA Tour is on the horizon, featuring promotion, relegation, and match play. And I don't know many details about it. I'm trying to figure it
out. Interesting. We've known there's a restructuring. That's why the Wichita Open changed.
Yeah, but this is even bigger than that, it seems like.
Yeah, maybe. Relegation.
I know. There's a championship series and a challenger series. So I don't know. I assume the challenger series is like the relegated. If you're not in those, you're playing in those. But I don't know. Is that what does that mean for the Corn Ferry Tour? I don't understand what this means.
That doesn't seem very smart. It's I imagine these. It sounds like these would be like a cost proposition. Like they're trying to maybe take some pressure off of the highest level. I don't know. I don't know. They've got such a different structure than every other sport, right? There's not teams. The league's not necessarily paying players. Like, I don't know how they work. We just got through the live thing. I got to be honest. I don't really care.
It's confusing. I know.
I don't care. Like,
I don't
where's
really,
Scotty? Where's Scotty Scheffler playing? What tour it is? I'm not that big a golf watcher.
Yeah.
Like the majors don't change. Does this mean fewer guys are playing in events? Is that a good thing? I don't think so. I don't know why you would ever want to do that, but okay. Relegation already exists. Guys get kicked off the tour all the time, right? Like the pro golf kind of is relegation. That's all it is. Like you got to stay competitive so you can stay on the tour.
I'll figure this out. We'll take during the break. I'll do some digging. We'll figure this out.
We need a full analysis on the No, I really like. I feel like we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. We got Oklahoma in there. We got the Bobby Witt Jr. news. So we're kind of open here in this final segment. So we're going to
talk about Colin Klein and Casey Alexander.
Yeah, we got to talk about Colin Klein and Casey Alexander. So get your PGA Tour reference quickly so that we can talk about K-State athletics and what TJ learned yesterday.
Let's just make some calls to the Corn Ferry Tour and ask them if they're okay.
I don't want to call them. I'm done with them. They're dead to me. The Corn Ferry Tour. I don't care about the Corn Ferry Tour.
What does this mean for PGA Americas? This is a great question for everybody.
Yeah. The Corn Ferry Tour, which I would not and do not care about in any way other than 1 week out of the year in Wichita, I certainly do not care about now. I'm team PGA Tour Americas now. No, I'm team Wichita. Let's just have a fun 4-day stretch here. You can put whatever pro golfers you want out there. Just make it a fun event. And it will be. Rain or shine. I'm worried about the weather. I gotta be honest, TJ, I'm worried about the weather. Like, I don't know what to, can we get through tonight's storms without any damage again this year? Because that's where the severe weather comes in, is tonight. And then the flooding weather, they'll be able to clear the course after it stops raining and get it ready to play. But can you play if it literally rains all day? Can you play if it's raining that much and not lightning? All right, let's come back. What did TJ learn from the 2 K-State coaches, and what is he learning about something on the PGA Tour? I don't know. We'll have them both next.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
All right, welcome in, everybody. What'd you learn, TJ? We're back.
I'm still confused.
Yeah.
The match play part is confusing to me. I'll figure that out. But basically, it sounds like nobody knows what's going on with the Corn Ferry Tour now, but it sounds like they're just going to put, like a quad A in between them. So basically, if you make it out of the Corn Ferry, you make it onto the Challenger. And if you make it out of Challenger, you make it onto the Championship. It sounds like the biggest difference is that your, tour status won't be able to save you if you have a bad year. You can just go down. Is basically kind of what I'm understanding about this. So that's the interesting part is that, in a world where if Rory McIlroy plays not well at all and he finishes near the bottom 20 of the 120 somehow or something like that, he's going to get bumped down. So that's just I guess following the standings will be a new thing to follow because you'll get bumped out. I don't know if it will be as easy to get bumped out of Challenger down to Corn Ferry or if that'll be like your normal tour card per se, or what happens to tour cards per se. I don't know. It's still confusing.
Okay, let me follow up with this. Do you care? Because I don't at all.
That part does not make me care that much. The match play doesn't make sense. I don't understand. There's something to do with match play. I don't get it. Whatever. There will be golf played. The majors will still look the same. We'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, I'll reserve judgment to see if I care.
This is too much for us to try to break down live on the air.
We're not. Yeah,
maybe next week. Maybe next week.
You know
it'll
what?
pop back up.
You know what? Good thing we're going to be 4 hours out at a golf course.
We'll just do
Thursday
this
and Friday.
For 4 hours.
We'll ask golf people that question. What does that mean? Do we like it? Because we'll have plenty of them coming through as we get ready for the Wichita Open. Just saw an overhead shot of 17 from the Open. Man, it looks good. It looks really, really good out there. Don't mess with it this year, weather, because it looks incredible. I think it was on their Facebook page. Get that overhead. Looks like a drone shot of 17. Come on, man. It looks awesome. All right, let's talk K-State a little bit, TJ. So they have the Cat Backer Tour, which is basically a fundraising tour in the summer, right, where they make stops and meet with fans all summer long. Colin Klein, Casey Alexander, both there yesterday at Chicken and Pickle.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
Packed house, like 200 fans on a Monday at 3 o'clock.
Good.
At 2 o'clock. So a lot of people packed into that place. It was good. Colin Klein gave some good stuff talking about how it reminds him of when he was a player making these stops in Wichita. Now he's doing it as a head coach. And so, we got the chance to talk to both of them kind of about how things are going and the happenings of their programs and such. He said that it's getting real. He's basically just learning all the odd end things about being a head coach right now, but it's a big group effort that he says trying to get ready for week 1, but he likes where they're at. So.
Do you ever sit here, because I do, and just think to yourself how absolutely bonkers it is that he's the head coach of K-State right now?
It's wild.
Like the events of the last 12 months for that program are wild.
I wrote something last night that last June we were getting ready for Chris Kleiman to take the Big 12 favorites into the season. Jerome Tang just landed PJ Haggerty. It was a different time. Now we're here.
It's not it, but football specifically with Klein, to think about everything that had to happen for him to be the coach now. To think about, would Avery Johnson be playing his year there if Colin Klein was not there? Like all the things that have happened over the last 12 months with that program are pretty crazy. And I just don't know how to approach it with like a level of success. Like we know that they appear to be, you follow this a little closer than I do, they appear to be kind of crushing it on the recruiting trail.
They're crushing the high school recruiting trail for sure. Yeah. That's not going to be much this season, but they're making a bunch of waves for the next season, basically.
But I'm going to tell you, like, I think that, with movement, and we haven't had this discussion on this show yet, maybe tomorrow's a good day to catch everybody up on where the legislation is, because it's been sent back with some revisions. And like, we could be getting to the point where having a great high school recruiting class this year could be a huge win. We could have clarity. We could have this all more under control by the time high school freshman classes right now are being recruited. By the time they're ready to come in and contribute, the portal could be solved by then. So, like, it's a big deal. I just, in the short term, though, outside of Avery Johnson's coming back at quarterback, how excited are we supposed to be about K-State football next year?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's on par with what we've been excited with Chris Kleiman the past couple of years. Is the best way to put it.
You think it's? I think it's lower.
I don't think so. I mean, I think the roster is just as good as every roster that they've had.
Well, certainly they're longer odds to win the Big 12 than they have been.
I think they should be. I mean, there's no reason to think that they shouldn't be at least the second best team in the conference, depending on what happens.
They're
with Tech.
Behind currently Tech, BYU, and Utah by a pretty decent margin. Guess who's right behind them? This is wild. Guess who the fifth best odds are to win the Big 12?
Oklahoma State.
No.
I don't know.
Houston.
Oh, they're good. Yeah, I forgot about them. Connor Wigman.
Houston.
Yeah, they should probably be higher than that, honestly.
The whipping boys of the Big 12.
I would
in
probably
recent
take
years, not last
Houston
year.
over Utah. I don't know anything about Utah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's K-State's, but K-State's lower. I mean, we have to go back in history. I don't even know how to do that. K-State's been a bigger favorite to win the Big 12 than 13-1.
I think that that's, being conservative about Colin Klein. There's reason to think that, not reason to think, but not reason to know that it will be okay, I guess is the better way to think about it. Is, he's a first-year head coach, so I think that there's a lot of it skewed that this guy was an awesome quarterback, so he's going to be a great head coach, right? He was a pretty good offensive coordinator at Texas A&M.
Yeah,
so.
he's okay. Here's what I would say to that. When has he not been great at something?
I agree, and I'm with you. I'm just saying that that's why there is the room to hesitate, is that he's never been a head coach before, and I think that based on things that he's done in the past, it makes you feel like he will be a great head coach. But nobody knows, right?
Yeah, he should be given a longer leash than just about anybody possibly could at K-State. But we've said this so much over the year as it came to fruition. Like your hope for Colin Klein right now, at least mine for K-State, is that he's as successful as Chris Kleiman was.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that would to me would be the benchmark you're shooting for here.
Yep. Everything above that is, gravy.
But fans weren't okay with that is the reason I say, like,
I agree.
Like, what are we expecting here? Now, Avery Johnson's going to have a lot to do with all of it, right? Certainly, and I don't know how much Colin Klein talk about Avery and how he's looked and everything. Avery must take a step forward this year. He knows that. He's an NFL prospect if he does. And he's with Colin Klein. That feels to me like a conscious decision of, I want to play with Klein, which is great news for everybody because he could have gone to a lot of places this year.
It's true. The other biggest topic of the day was Casey Alexander. He talked about building the team and they're practicing and they're all in Manhattan and things are getting settled in Kansas. But the biggest thing that he talked about of relevance to us is that they're playing the Shockers next year. If you remember back in 2024, after Jerome Tang lost by 20 to the Shockers, he said, it doesn't help us to play them. It's the fans like it, but it really doesn't help us to play them. Casey Alexander said the opposite. He said that I asked how much of that was him or how much of that was, was that the past staff or was that his assistants or what? And he said, no, he's like, a lot of that was me because it's important that we play Wichita State. He said, if we're going to play non-conference games, why don't we just play games that matter? Like we don't need to get Nicholls State in here again. Let's play Wichita State.
I love it.
Yeah.
I hope and wish they'll be willing to come to Koch Arena and play. The neutral court games are okay. Like I would rather just play home and homes.
Yep.
So hopefully that's on the table. There's a lot of stuff about Tang. Like I forgot about that. Doesn't do us any good to play them. Like what? Are you scared of Wichita State? Like, and it does do something for you to play Wichita State. It doesn't do anything for KU to play Wichita State. That should happen too. But, KU's not getting anything out of that. But to act like Kansas State's not getting anything out of playing Wichita State, give me a break.
It's not even. It's just, we haven't talked about this yet since Mills had his press conference last Friday, I believe, or something like that.
Last week.
Sometime
Thursday.
last week.
Whatever.
Taylor asked him about what it's like trying to fill out the schedule because it's still not, announced yet. It's probably finished, but it's not announced yet. It's that, does it feel like there's roadblocks in the way of people not wanting to schedule you? And, it's the thing that we saw from Miami of Ohio saying nobody would play them. And is that the case at Wichita State? And he said, it's not a roadblock. It's like there's tire tracks because our tires are just sitting and spinning because we can't go anywhere because nobody wants to play us.
Greg Marshall had that problem.
And
that's
it's
a good
not
sign. Means people are noticing.
No. It's not. The silliest part about this is that it's not even a Wichita State thing or a Miami of Ohio thing. It's just a thing that where teams like Kansas State with Jerome Tang say it doesn't help us any good to play an American Conference team because the American Conference is the 6th best conference, 7th best conference, sometimes probably in America. That's like the danger zone, right? If you play a good team, it helps you because if you win, that's a good win. If you play whoever, Mississippi Valley State, which K-State does every year, by game, you fill out the schedule. You're not going to lose to them, so put them on there. The danger zone is the Wichita States and the Colorado States and those guys. We don't want to play them because they could beat us.
Casey Alexander, A, doesn't strike me as somebody who's scared to play anybody, which I appreciate, if nothing else, about him early on. B, great programs aren't thinking about, well, what if we lose to Wichita State?
I know.
That's not
and that's what's so awesome about KU. And KU's thing about Wichita State isn't so much of we don't want to play them because it doesn't help us. It's more so
we can make a lot of money by playing UConn.
Yeah, not even that. It's we don't need to play Wichita. Like we've got UConn, North Carolina, and Duke on our non-conference. Can we just please play Yale and take a breather?
Well, they're strategically placing games in certain ways that because they play the schedule that they play. Yes, they need those quote unquote exhibition games. They need them to get better.
That's what I mean.
K-State's not some juggernaut scheduling blue bloods all over the country.
I mean, Bill Self has even talked about playing Mizzou because their rivalry, ended this past year. I don't know if they renewed it or not. We don't know yet. But Bill Self said, it's awesome. I wish we could play all the time, but guys, like we're playing the Players era and we're playing Duke and North Carolina and UConn and Indiana or whoever the other one is that they got on the schedule. It's like
we're two totally different. That I've said it for years. I mean, I wish that I wish the state would make Wichita State and KU play every year for the fan experience of it.
My point that I'm making
K-State and Wichita State should play every year.
Yeah, my point that I'm making is KU's is like, okay, like I get it. Like you're playing a wild schedule. Like you don't really have the room right now. It's fine, whatever. K-State's isn't saying we need a breather. It's saying we would rather pay somebody to get a win, is what Jerome Tang said, not Casey Alexander. We would rather pay somebody. And that's why you looked at their schedule every year that he was there, basically, that he made the schedule, is Mississippi Valley State was there every year.
It was the same way. It was the same way with Bruce Weber. Same exact same thing. Last year, K-State, UNC Greensboro, Bellarmine, Cal randomly, right? They played Tulsa.
Yeah, I don't know how that one got in there.
Mississippi State and Nebraska were tournament games, right? I believe they were.
Yep.
I don't remember if the road game at Indiana was, but Bowling Green, Seton Hall, you mentioned Mississippi Valley State, Louisiana Monroe. Like it's late December and they're playing South Dakota and Louisiana Monroe.
Yep.
You need to be playing those games in late December. What like though that and they're gonna, they've got some tournaments and we'll see what that looks like for them, I suppose. But in late December, you had, KU before they played Towson and Davidson. So maybe I'm not being fair. I probably am not. But the non-con, I'm looking up and down: North Carolina, Duke, Tennessee, UConn, Mizzou. Like
in June, Jacob, in June, is Wichita State favored to win that game
right now?
Yep.
I'd pick the Shockers.
That's
not crazy. Name me 3 K-State players.
Yeah, I can. You can't.
No, I can't. But who are these people? We don't know anything about them yet. We know everything about the Shockers. I'd be betting the Shockers for sure. We'll come back. We got more Sports Daily.
Kansas